Good evening. Good evening, everyone. We want to welcome you all to another episode of the Black Market Podcast presented by Hack the Markets. I am one of your co hosts, AC, also known as the Market Oracle.
What's going on, everybody? Raheem Dream here. Happy Friday, Junior, man.
Yes, sir. Friday Junior.
Woohoo. Hope everybody been having a pretty splendid week.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're not holding on. Hopefully we're gonna see if we should hold on or not tomorrow whenever this job reports come out.
That as well as the 2 year and the 10 year. We got the inversion that we was talking about.
Mm. Oh yeah.
We finally got the inversion that we've been looking to see. Finally did it. And Goldman Sachs is now saying that, we're going to probably hit a mild recession, but, in another year or so. That's what they're projecting, another year or so. Of course, we know how analysts' projections are. They'll project something and it does not end up being what they projected most of the times.
Right, right. Dude, honestly, I would like to see. I'm loving this pullback. I'm ready to see what the market is, how it's going to react once it get into a nice area. To a potential retracement area.
Yeah. Now, I had went out on a limb and I was looking at in the chat I had put out there for the group that that channel that I saw. Now it did break above that channel that I had drawn, but with the movement that we've seen in the past 2 days, is not back inside the channel just yet, but it is close. So what I want to see is it gonna bounce off the top of the channel and go higher, or is it just gonna get back inside the channel and then now we're really not breaking higher?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're gonna. I think we're gonna figure out something here relatively soon.
Yeah, and one thing that I'm thinking, okay, so we get jobs tomorrow, right? We know that the Fed is definitely data driven. So what
Right.
happens if jobs don't come out as strong? Does that mean that the market rallies because now they don't feel that the um the Fed is going to actually raise it 50 basis points and they're just going to raise it 25 basis points because the data doesn't support that? Or like that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like I wonder if that's going to play any type of make any type of influence into what they've already said.
They're gonna change their basis point on their hike based on this report. I think they already know.
And see, the thing is, so like
And
to
that's why
me,
they pretty firm. I think they standing firm on this. They might be doing a fifty piece. We don't have anything in April, but in May it's going up.
now to me, I feel that um, you know, they are signaling that they want to just do 25 basis point moves. But
Mm.
they're saying that if it's warranted, they will do a 50-point move. That's what I've heard two people from the Fed say. So it seems like, they not saying that I want to do 25 basis points moves, but what they're saying is if it's warranted, I will do a 50-point basis move. 50 basis point move.
Well, at least I would say we got this next month coming up. We're giving the market time and the economy time to gather itself before they even putting these rates anyway. So we can feel like we'll be able to benefit and maybe able to gain some momentum off of this little time.
Yeah. And it's not like stocks don't perform well because when the rates are starting to raise, I mean stocks will still perform well because it means that the economy is still doing well. That's the reason why the rates are going up. The economy is strong, so rates are going up. So that means that companies are performing well. It's not gonna be until we get like later on into that rally that we really start seeing that pullback in price for the stocks. One thing that I was looking at though was the fact that the rally that we saw in 2021 was so extended. I don't think we've ever really seen another year that
That
has
was a
had a rally like 2021. I mean, 2020, yeah, we had that dip, and once we had that dip, it it went off from then on. Like from that March low, late March, early April low, all the way until I say January of this year, 2022. So it was a very, very long move to the upside. So it's not like it's not warranted that we'll see a little bit of pullback. But
right.
then again, it seems like people are still buying this stuff. So
The money's out here.
yeah,
That's one good thing. That's one good thing. Whatever the job reports say, whatever the Fed's amount can, count up in people's pocket, people got the money. The people are investing, and it's clearly showing.
yeah.
It's clearly showing. I was about to say, did you hear about Biden say he's about to release some oil reserves?
I didn't know what exactly he was supposed to do, but I did see that he was trying to do something to get the prices of oil down and the gas prices down. So that's the plan is to release some reserves.
Just make the supply good to get the supply up, I guess.
I mean, if
Well,
that's the
not
case,
surplus the supply internally versus having to import, you know, anything.
I mean,
I
it
think
sounds
that's
like a good plan.
yeah.
I see it now. It says 1 million barrels per day from reserve to ease gas prices. I mean, so I haven't really looked into it, so I don't. I'm really interested to see what reserves he's gonna be pulling this stuff from. Like, is he pulling this from? Like, is this the government that has like a stockpile of oil somewhere, or is he forcing private businesses to like go into their reserves and sell the oil? Like, I'm just trying to understand what's going on. Like, what is Biden doing now? Regeneron
Emergency.
Joe definitely trying to rejuvenate something, man.
He going back in the stash, pulling out the back reserve.
I see, because I'm just trying to understand, like, where are you pulling this from?
I have no clue, but we're having to figure out something.
Yeah,
And become less dependent on external imports and stuff like that.
because I mean, like,
Yeah.
gas is definitely up. It's like a year ago. Right now it was like $2.87. Now we're looking at $4.23, like average nationwide. That's pretty big move to the upside. That's almost a 100% move to the upside. That's a big move to the upside. Like at one point we did hit over 100%. Because prices were $5 and in some cases even six. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's the truth right there.
yeah. I still
That's
don't understand where they're gonna get these reserves from, but
that remind me of that movie I Am Legend. They say it's higher than the prices on there.
yeah, exactly. That's what they said. Like they had like some screenshots. I had seen that. They had some images floating around on the internet. That was pretty cool, pretty funny too, though.
Something else. Sure, I was about to say, man, I got something for the people on some crypto. Just some little crypto goodies. Just a reminder. You know, if you're looking at any crypto, just do some research on what it can actually be used for. Also, you can even benefit and grow your crypto without it even, growing in price and value, price point. You can actually stake it and it could just give you an annual return
Yeah,
just for staking it that way.
that's what
I
I
know you,
usually do
I
is
know
stake
you
mine.
a lot, but I just want to run it back through for people, let them know that hey, it's a lot of ways you can invest nowadays
Yeah.
to where you would be risking less and you would be looking for a return on the back end.
Hey, let me ask you this, man. Did you see that GameStop is planning a stock split?
Oh man,
So the stock is up 10% again. They keep running GameStop, man. Like it's up some more off of the stock split news. So like they are running this thing. And what is it, Ryan Cohen? I think that's his name. Um, I seen like a couple weeks ago that he had bought like a big amount of shares inside of that company, and I guess everybody else caught wind of that too, and they started rushing in after him. So that thing has been on a tear ever since they found out that big purchase that he made. And now they come out with the news of a stock split. Now it's soaring even more. So I mean, like that thing may have some momentum behind it now, and this may be to the point where GameStop really is about to, I mean, make a game changing move in a sense. Like no pun intended, because I mean, I heard that what they were doing was once the stock price went high like it did, the initial time, the company just cashed in on all that stuff so that they could actually use those funds for operations and actually turn things around and get a good balance sheet. So it's definitely not a bad idea of what they did, to cash in on that stuff. And now you're able to, sustain this thing. You're still got good valuations. You're bringing in new money, and now you got a stock split going on, and you got a pretty decent balance sheet. I mean, I think that's a pretty good turnaround right there. But now
Hey,
we have to see if they can
that's
deliver.
the
That's
best
going to
thing.
be the thing now, is delivery.
Yeah, that's the best thing this stock could have asked for at the time. Because
Yeah,
like we talked about previously, historically, what happens with the stock split? It gives it that momentum. Amazon, Tesla, all these other
Apple.
companies, Apple, that's been doing it. We've seen it.
Yeah,
But hey, I tell you one thing, you ain't
even
gonna catch me.
GE, they went backwards though. But yeah, even GE.
You ain't gonna catch me in GameStop.
Nah, I don't know if I want to mess around with GameStop. It's a little too risky for my blood, and I like risk. But the thing is, I mean, if you play it correctly, you don't put up too much on it, and you're hitting it at the points that you need to. Of course, I'm never scared of any stock, but you definitely have to be prepared, and you have to be positioned accordingly. You have to know exactly what you're trading. You can't go out here and trade it like, oh man, like this thing isn't going to take all my money if I do the wrong thing. You have to be extremely cautious when you're trading stuff like this.
Right,
But
right.
you can make a lot of money on it. All you got to do is just know exactly what you're doing. If you're trading it appropriately, you're risking the right amount, and you're waiting on your entries. Oh yeah, you can make a lot of money off this. I'm not telling you to stay away from it by no means, but I'm just warning you that you need to know what you're doing.
Absolutely.
You don't know
Because
what
for
you're
me,
doing, it will
yeah,
not be pretty.
money catch earlier than where it is now. That's just for me. You know, I like to get the early bird.
Yeah. And see, that's what hedge funds do, man. That's why we trade the way we trade and we teach the way we teach, because hedge funds don't really buy too many of the tops. I mean, you got people coming in to buy the tops, and you got, price moving or whatnot, and you got some people participating. But the big guys, like the hedge funds at least, like they're already in. Like they've built that position. They may participate a little bit to get the price to start moving, but they're not participating to build a position. That position is already built. So you want to already be in it, just like them, so that when they do take it higher, you know, now you're in the game and you're already making money off of it. Because the thing is, think about it like this: people don't know things are about to move. The average layman that's trading, brand new traders, traders that don't necessarily just look at the market for analysis, people new to it, even veterans, that they really just have a certain strategy that they like. They either like buying it off of a dip, or they only like to buy dividend stocks. Whatever the strategy is, um, everybody got different things. But
Right.
you know,
Different strokes for different
yeah,
folks.
different strokes. But overall, people not necessarily, in tune with exactly what's going on. So they don't necessarily know when something's about to just pop off. They're not doing the research to find that out. So with that being said, they're not gonna know about it until the news starts reporting on it. and the news is going to report on it after it's already moved. So the move has already happened, and now you're going to hear later on in the week, oh, ABC company is up 8% this week, and then more money starts coming in. You see? And then that's when you get that follow through and all that stuff. But if you was already in, like, you don't have to worry about trying to rush in now because you're already there.
Man. Hey, exactly. Did you hear about Tesla also adding along the dividend
Okay, so
stock?
they adding the dividend. They got the Berlin, Giga Berlin. So they just going crazy with it over there at Tesla.
Crazy.
That's good to hear though. I mean, I'm not a Tesla hater by no means.
They got the dividend stocks. That's another good game plan, strategy that people can use. You can look for the, highest dividend paying companies while we at this lowest point. Great investment. And then also check the dividend paying stocks because that's a whole nother level right there.
Yeah. And see, with that, I mean, if you're going to start messing with those two, I definitely suggest holding on to those so that you can benefit from getting the dividend. Like, there's no reason to get in on some dividend stuff unless you're
Right.
attempting to trade it. You got some good setups on it. But if you want to get in and benefit off that dividend, for sure, do that. Because what you can do is reinvest the dividend that you're getting, and now you get more shares, and now you're able to do more, make more. The next dividend payout is going to be a little bit more. Reinvest that, the next dividend payout a little bit more. And you just keep it rolling in like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So these community, let's see what we got right here. I know AT&T got a lot of news that I've been waiting on.
See, I'm in on Verizon, so that's interesting that AT&T and Verizon, because Verizon is looking pretty good right now, like with the setup that I see on it. Hoping that it can just make a move pretty soon though. But AT&T, what does AT&T have going on?
Oh, on the fifth, then that's when the official merger is happening with them and Discovery.
Oh, okay, so that's when they do the spinoff company.
Right.
Okay, the Warner. What is it going to be like? Warner Media or something like that?
Yep. Yep. Warner
Okay.
Media. So April 5th, it going down. Hey,
So is the company doing like an IPO? They're coming to the market that day or something, or what's going on?
I don't think they're coming to the market, but I think that's just when everything officially going on. So, hey, I would pay attention to the company. I would pay attention to Discovery and AT&T. I actually saw some unusual volume on them a couple of weeks ago. That I believe I put in chat for our premium users. So that's interesting that all these things coming out afterwards, after the fact, of all of that unusual volume.
For sure.
Yeah, yeah. So that should be an interesting thing with that date coming up
Yeah, for
pretty
sure.
soon. And shoot, you said you was looking at Verizon. I think I mentioned mainly AT&T originally based off of the communications, and with 5G and with the war, because they use the communications with all those things.
Yeah,
That's all beneficial.
yeah,
So they got a lot of things that they're gonna be able to benefit off of.
yeah, yeah. Verizon is still looking pretty good, so that's the reason why I'm still in on it. I
I
like
mean,
it. Like I said, I like the setup that I see. Now, if it breaks that setup, then of course I'm jumping out real fast. Like I'm not holding on to it by no means.
right.
But if it can hold this and continue to rise a little bit for me, then I like the odds and I like the position that I got it at. I'll say that.
Hey, if tomorrow brings the market back more, there'll be a few positions I'll be closing out.
Yeah, yeah,
Position I'll be closing out. Because I mean, today that was just. I wouldn't even call it a sell off, but it almost seemed like it was just trying to get to a price point.
yeah. That's what it seemed like to me as well too. Seemed like it was stretching down to just to get to a area because we had seen some gaps. over the past
Right.
couple days, like especially in the SPY and a couple other stocks. PayPal I know is one that I'm in, and I saw it gap up I think on Tuesday or something like that. So what I have seen is like over the last couple days they have start trying to come back towards that breakout point where they gapped. So now it's going to be interesting to see, are we going to bounce off that level, or are we going to get trapped down, come back in? Because if we do, then of course I'm not hanging around for anything like that. I don't like stuff like that. So to me that's changed the sentiment. So I'm out.
I mean, at this point where we are, and with all this stuff going on, any signs of strong bearish, don't take it lightly.
No, because I mean, like to be honest, I had been a bear on the market. I'm getting a little bullish just because of a move that I saw, and it was like a move to the upside. It was a little sustained, and we're seeing a small pullback like we would expect. So nothing has gone wrong just yet. But once I see the first sign of something going wrong, I know that we're probably back into that bear mode, and I think we'll just go ahead and slide back down like I was expecting, and it's not going to be a sustained bear move, but it'll be a bearish move to the downside, and it'll be sustained enough to make some decent money off of. I'll say that. But then, of course, we're going to have to reverse and come right back to the upside because the bulls are going to come back in and buy up that dip.
Oh yeah, people, it's gonna get flooded,
Yeah,
including myself, including myself, man.
I understand. You got anything you looking at then? Anything you want to share with the people?
Yeah, I definitely got one on my list. You already mentioned it. I'm waiting for PayPal to give us this nice pullback, and also I got Robinhood on my radar. It's
Okay.
giving us a nice pullback too, but it shows some nice momentum to the upside
Okay.
along the market.
See, I like me personally, I like Netflix. Netflix is at a pretty decent level, and I like it. I like Wingstop too. Wingstop is actually moving pretty decent off the level that I had seen it the other day. So both of those I like.
When you start need to sponsor one of our meetings off of that shout out right there, man.
Need to, man. I'm getting y'all some sponsors, man. I'm getting y'all some people to come by. Come on, give me a little chicken wing. Give me a little 10 piece.
Son.
Just a little 10 piece. That's all we asking for. We're not asking for the whole restaurant or nothing like that. We're not even asking for the whole menu. Just a little 10 piece.
Yes, sir.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that's about all I got right there. So we
Super
do want to
interesting.
encourage everybody to head over to hackthemarketstrading.com. You can sign up, of course, for a free account, or you can sign up for the premium account. Of course, the premium account is going to give you a whole lot more value, a whole lot more access, a whole lot more data, a whole lot more information, a whole lot more help. Um, Definitely head over to Facebook, like the page, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Comment on some of our videos, and of course, like a few of them as well. It helps out with the algorithm. Anything else you want to add, Raheem, before we get out of here?
Hey, Trey Smart tomorrow got big news.
Yes, sir. You already know it, so you better listen to him. You better listen
So,
to him and trade smart because this thing will. It got the possibility to go get in, coming in hot. We can either take off or we can tank out. We
yeah,
don't know which one is gonna be. Hopefully, it'll be to the upside though.
absolutely.
But until next time, we'll see you guys on Monday. So hopefully, you guys make some money. Don't go broke. And if you do make some money, don't spend it all this weekend.